Welcome to the Rockhound Podcast. This week we are celebrating Theo's 1 year of being a co-host here on the podcast. So, golf clap. So, Karen, if you would do the honors.
A warm welcome to Theo. Yay! We're so happy to have you here again and again and again.
And again.
A lot.
He just keeps coming back.
Yeah. And a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. And we are so interested in where you are joining us from. So leave it down in the comments and let us know where you're joining us from and what you're up to. Like, are you rock hounding? Are you doing the dishes? Are you doing quantum physics along with you?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So let us know. And while you're writing those comments, I'm Karen out here on the Oregon coast with Ozone Fine Art Ventures. Kurt?
And my name is Kurt with Rock.Hounding.Adventures out here in Colorado, Western Colorado, where it was really nice yesterday and supposedly a freeze warning now again. I don't know. Who cares?
This is such the moodiest spring ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. It totally has.
It has been in Montana too. I am Adam, and my channel is How to Look Left-Handed.
Now, does this is this left-handed looking like how Zoolander couldn't turn left, or is
That would make more sense, but we just want to
left-handed.
teach you how to look like you write with your left hand.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm sure
I want
Lexus
you to
is
get
mad right now 'cause
confused
she's
with another
left-handed.
channel. Yeah.
And I am Kyle with World of Rock Hounds. And that was our introductions. Karen, shoutouts.
Shouts to Jason. Thank you so much for coming on the show last week. That was fascinating as per tradition. And we need to see your fluorite. So you have to come back on. And Greg D, as well as others, said so also in the comments. So everybody's calling you out. We're going to have to make it a lot sooner for you to come back on than last time. Sandmaker was checking in from North Carolina, and he was going to a bunch of gem shows and then doing some digging. So I hope you found some cool stuff out there. City Rock Hounding was excited about our guest as well. Thought it was an excellent episode, as well as Kyla Abiglen. So seamless, that pronunciation. Enjoyed as well and was oozing with super nice compliments. Thank you so much, Kyla. Lisa Largent also felt like it's a hangout on Friday night with wine and friends kind of thing with us. Exactly. That's what we're doing. And we're so happy to have you along. Michelle Stenton also actually did call it in her comment, Friday night date night with the Fab Four.
Oh,
So we all have dates. Heck yeah. She also said that she could have watched Jason's show and tell for another hour. Yeah, count me in.
Yep.
Too true, all of us. Yeah. Rock and Roll Rockhound mentioned that he is the assistant curator at his local museum. How cool is that?
nice.
Dude,
It's awesome.
That's really cool.
it's so cool. They have a temporary pop-up exhibit space, I guess, as part of their museum, and they show local rocks from local rock hounds. And so he was suggesting that if you're interested, that you might check with your local museum and see if they have that exhibit opportunity for you as well. But I also know that a lot of rock clubs do this, and a lot of rock clubs will show in the fairs, and then fairs also will exhibit your rocks. And so there's a lot of opportunities for exhibiting. Just check your local opportunities. And so thank you, Rick. That was awesome. And you're awesome. Sandra Abshire, Ivan Lopez, Urban Scout, Bob Hicks, and y'all in the chat. Thanks for joining us as you are right now. And don't forget to send your shows and tells, or show your sends and tells to the email in the description, and also hit that up for the Discord. That is your portal. We will send you an invite, and then you can play with us all week long and converse and show us your shows and tells and randomness all week long. Those are the shouts.
Thank you, Karen. And I almost forgot to do the next segment. I was going to jump straight into asking Theo questions, but how was everyone's weeks? Well,
Doesn't matter. Questions now.
we'll give Karen a break.
That's a good question. Adam, how's your week?
Busy as always. Feels like that's the answer every week anymore. My sale wrapped up on Sunday evening, so all week has been packing like endless orders and sending stuff. And yeah, other than that, we got out. No, we didn't. That was last week. Never mind. I haven't gotten out.
It's a blur.
I haven't gotten out, but I'm getting out this Monday, and then tomorrow I'm going to Montana Rock Moms, where we will be slabbing monster rocks. So look forward to that because it's always a good time. And then the Yellowstone just doesn't know what it wants with life right now. It was 2 weeks ago. It was low enough to hunt, and then it started coming up like crazy. So I was like, all right, well, I guess that was our hunting season. And then it came back down like a lot. And I was like, oh, sweet. Okay, I'm going to talk to Kim. We're going to go out on Friday. Because we have a little window. And then this morning I went and looked at the river, and yeah, it's absolutely blown the heck out, way higher than it was before it came up the first time. So I'm like, I don't know what that was all about, but yeah, hunting season is over on the Yellowstone.
Aww.
So now backup plan, we're going to go cut rocks instead. And then that means we're going to start doing other stuff like fossils and Bear Canyon and crystal hunting and that kind of stuff. So I'm not that upset about it. There's lots of other stuff to look for. But yeah, other than that, it's mainly just been throwing rocks in box and send said box rocks.
Rocks in boxes. Dr. Seussisms. Yeah.
Be sure to tip your local USPS driver.
Yeah.
I deliver them all to the post office. I print all the labels myself,
too.
but I take the boxes. So yeah, it's like a car filled with boxes going to the post office. And I always go like after 5:32, so the box has been emptied. I'm sure they hate when I come after sales because that box is like the drop box is filled to the point where you can't really like open it anymore. It's like, sorry. You don't want to empty that tomorrow morning. Sorry.
Can we make that a shirt?
Yes.
It's like tee and the sorry just like trails off. Sorry. So thank you for that. Kurt, how was your week?
My week was fantastic, actually. Tess and I, we went out on a walk earlier in the week and realized there was a lunar eclipse taking place, which was awesome to check out. And then we've been going out on walks, and also we've noticed the not Yellowstone River, but the Colorado River has come up really high, and it went down low for a couple of days, and now it's just like gushing water, just like crazy, like twice as high as it was last year. And then we went out into the mountains, out towards like a basalt area, and went hiking and came across some amazing waterfalls from water, or from the snow melting water runoff. And
thank goodness they were waterfalls with water.
Yes. And found just went down some awesome trails and found some cool pieces of marble and some other rocks, which you'll see in show and tell later. But yeah, it's been an awesome week.
Nice. Well, thank you. Karen, do you want to go? Or do you still need to relax?
You can go.
Okay.
Why don't you?
Again, another, I would say relaxing week. I was working on some rose quartz and realized I was having some issues.
No.
Still.
Really?
Still. Well, it prompted me to look into getting some, or to see what other grits are for the Nova wheels. And so I saw that they actually have a 180 grit soft Nova wheel. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll go ahead and get one. And then I saw they have like 14,000 or 8,000, 14,000, and 50,000. I'm like, So I spent some money this week on some new wheels, and
that sounds so exciting, though.
Yeah, so I want to try them out and see how they work.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, just to do some testing to see how well it does. But I messaged I have the best customers. Like I messaged the customer like, hey, I'm trying to get this done. And she's like, oh no. She's like, I meant to message you. I'm actually going to school in Texas. And so if you don't mind us holding on to them until like I can get stuff settled to save me from having to put stuff in storage, I'm like, oh, that works good too.
I'm holding on, sure enough.
You're like,
Yeah.
no.
So it gives me time to actually try out these new wheels. Of course, I have to break them in. I won't break it in on like her rose quartz. I'll do some other test material first, but just to break them in. But because that rose quartz is very fractured up, and I don't want to take it to the Berber carpet polishing pad and then have all that cerium oxide get really in all the cracks and crevices and cause it to bust out when I go to clean it. So if I can use like these higher grit wheels on this rose quartz, I can get that polish without taking it to the Berber pad. So I'm like, okay, fingers crossed. And then I also spent some extra money on Nova points finally.
Yay!
So I figured, I'm already spending this kind of money. I might as well get some points.
Yeah.
And
Because it's like a small amount in comparison to the wheels.
Yeah. Well, and they were on sale too.
Nice.
I should have gone to Kingsley North, but like I went through Cutting Edge Supply. Oh, someone's feedback. It's gone now. That's weird. But yeah, I went through Cutting Edge Supply, and I don't know how I ended up on the page, but I saw that the wheels were on sale for like $105. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty good deal. Like normally they're like 120 plus for those wheels. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then they also had like the Nova points on sale too. So saving money all the way around.
Might have to head on over there.
Yeah, right.
I always need more Nova points, and I know you do too, Adam.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine are pretty well murdered after the owl. I need to order some new ones. My black point is like these big.
Yeah, little gnome cap.
It's not like the point shape anymore. It's like
the bullet.
Absolutely spherical. Yeah. It's an orb at this point.
But other than that, I released my rock sorting video. Just no music. The only times I really cut out is like when I would go like dump a bucket. So it was gonna end up being a 2-part video, but the second video would have been like 2 hours long. I'm like, I'm just gonna split it up. So there's gonna be 2 more parts coming next week and the week after, and that gives me time like in the shop to make more videos ahead of time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I always mean to do that, but then comes a week where like I don't have anything uploaded. I'm like, oh man, I should have been spending those last 3 weeks like making videos ahead of time. I just don't. And then I purged my computer of all past videos I've ever like recorded. Not the podcast. Like I have that on a separate hard drive, but like all other videos I've ever made, like purged my entire computer to make room because I was running out of room.
I've done that.
Just saying that scares me. I honestly save all of my raw footage and my finished videos. Like they all go onto their own hard drive, so I can do highlight reels later. I have this weird thing in my brain that's like, what if I need that one clip 10 years from now? All right, just put it on its own flash or hard drive. It's fine.
If I haven't worn it for a year, I'm getting rid of it. Hey, out of my closet.
Actually, that did come in handy for my what was it? My 3-year anniversary video where I did a bunch of highlights. That it was like validation for all of the clips I've been holding on to. It's like, all right, we do have a reason for this. It's not just digital hoarding.
I did consider something like that. Between that and let's say if something ever happened to my channel and like lost all my footage or lost all my videos, like even on my channel if something happened, I considered that. But the other part of me is like, if something like really bad happened where I lost my entire channel, lost all my videos, in a way, it'd almost be good for a fresh start. Yeah, it would suck to start from the beginning, but like it leaves kind of things open. Like, all right, I started like again. We all have horrible very first videos for our channels, but if you had the opportunity to start from scratch, you can use all the information that you've known from making your content here on YouTube. You can apply all that from the very word go. So but I don't want to lose my videos. Like that would just.
I'm gonna talk about that later, by the way.
Okay. But that's my thought process. It's I have to keep that positive mindset in mind just in case something ever did bad happen, because I don't have those videos anymore on my computer.
So buy a hard drive and then download them all from YouTube, and then just let it sit and like download to the hard drive for like a week or two.
Yep. Externals are the best for that.
Yep.
I think I have like 3 externals. Like they're like each 2 terabytes, and they have every piece of footage that I've ever put on YouTube.
I think the only videos I'd probably like save for sure would be the very special project ones. But a lot of the other videos are mainly, a lot of them are the same thing of like how to sand and polish. It's just a different stone. It would be very hard to make the content again, but a lot of it is memories. So there are a few videos that are worth actually like going through, buying a hard drive and like downloading. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So, Karen, how was your week?
Crazy. And you'll see why. For one of my shows and tells, I'm revealing what I was speechless about last week.
The thing that pertains to rice.
Yeah. Loosely in universal and quantum terms.
Yeah.
I've been working on a bunch of inlay jewelry. We've been having this weird weather too, same as Kurt and the rest of the country, where one moment it thinks it's spring and then the next moment it thinks it's winter, and so like within a day, we didn't get to see the eclipse or anything here in Oregon. Like forget about it. It was like totally socked in.
So just really quick, so like when Kurt told us about that, like the blood moon and like everything else is going on, I went outside and I'm like, no, it's not happening. It's just pitch black, like clouds.
We were out watching it too.
Oh yeah. It
was like the only night all week that it was 100% no clouds whatsoever, and I was like, yes, this timing is awesome.
Same here.
Yeah.
Not for us, not in our entire state.
Not Oregon land.
Nope.
Yeah. We're constantly under an eclipse. Yeah. So inside work for a lot. In the inlay jewelry has me so tickled and excited. And so I'm like, oh, what can I put in? So I'm taking all these different minerals that we've collected and putting them in the inlay jewelry and just having too much fun with it. Try it at home, you guys. This is something that you can do.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And we got a moment of sanity. One of the times that it just decided to be spring, we dashed outside and down south, where the farther south you go, somehow there's more sun. Like it works. And so we did that. And the rest of my show and tell is going to be from that adventure. And there's going to be a video coming out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that as well. Something totally surprising and unexpected and a bucket lister for me was there as a surprise, like not what I was going after. And so that's a cliffhanger for you. Now you have to go watch it, but I'll give a little bit of a reveal for the shows and tells. And that's basically what I was up to all week, like big smiles, even though it was weird outside. So yeah, I guess we can go on to our questions, eh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
We can go into our questions. Anyway.
That got weird for a second there.
Hey. It's only weird if you make it weird. So who wants to ask the first question?
I made it weird.
I think Theo should ask himself the first question.
Oh gosh. All right. You put me on the spot early. I'm gonna turn off
my
camera.
On the spot the whole time, man.
Yeah, I guess it's fair. I'm gonna turn off my camera really quick because I have to actually go onto YouTube to find the questions, and otherwise you're gonna have my nose like right next to the screen the whole time.
Introducing not our guest tonight, not our star of the show. He's not here anymore. Sorry, guys.
I feel like I can't even get that close to my camera because it's just so far away. Like I can probably do this. Like, okay.
He's so far away from us.
It almost kind of reminds me of those TikTok videos where like they're like have the camera like this close, like
yeah.
videos
Yeah,
where
why
I
is
just
that a thing
progressively
anyway?
get closer to my camera.
Yeah.
Okay, here it
Why did
is.
they do that?
Can't see it.
Yeah, not yet.
So, this is 2 questions on one. So should I ask them separately?
No.
Actually, yeah, because one of them is clearly directed at me because I doubt you guys have any knowledge of Livingston.
No.
So I'll take that question and then I'll direct the other question to everybody when we come back around to me. If that
Sounds
works
like a
with you
plan.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 sec. Here it is.
You
All
guys
right.
sing?
The question number 1: have you ever hunted the Yellowstone River in the Livingston area? If so, how did you do? Yes, I have, and it is not bad. There are definitely agates and petrified wood out there. They're weird though. They're not like as mossy as the agates downstream, or even like you just in other parts of the river. They're more clear. But man, they get huge over there. Like I've seen pictures of people finding like 25-pound Montana agates over there.
Nice.
Like absolutely monster agates. But yeah, they're like just big clear banded nodules, which is weird. I haven't found any that big over there, but yeah, there is some really good hunting over there. We also have that's right by Paradise Valley, which is the road that goes into Yellowstone Park, like through Gardner and all that. Yeah, so there's lots of petrified wood. There's more mountainy type material, like there's lots of unakite and quartzes and oh gosh, what's the other one I'm trying to think of? We have epidote and serpentine up there that you don't really normally find as farther downstream. The unakite mainly, like you don't really see a whole lot of unakite unless you're way the heck downstream or way the heck upstream. I don't understand that, but you know,
Or
it is what
way
it
the
is.
heck in the middle?
Yeah. And if you're way the heck in the middle, there's no unakite. That upsets me. Lots of green aventurine. There's a lot of green aventurine over there. So yeah, in short, I have hunted over there and it is good. I enjoy it. It's just my other hunting sites are closer, so I usually go there instead. I think Livingston's like an hour and a half away from Billings-ish. So yes, there's question number 1.
Thank you.
Real quick.
Thank you.
Thanks, I guess. All right.
Real quick. I just you said you can find like 25-pound Montana agates up there, down there, wherever, right?
Yes. Yeah,
How
I've seen
cool.
pictures of people holding massive agates from up there. It's weird. Oh, I'm still off, aren't I?
Yep.
Yes, you are.
Scream at me after I
So-
asked the question because I didn't even know. Sorry.
So what would be
I'm just-
cool is sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say what would be cool is take those agates and like slab them and make like Irish plates, like
gosh.
dinner plates. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I'd lose my mind. Like I can't even imagine finding an agate over like 12 pounds, much less like I mean it's huge. Like I've seen pictures. A friend of Montana Rock Moms found a big one over there that was like 20 pounds.
Wow.
I think it's like
Oh.
Montana agate slightly smaller than a basketball. Like it's insane.
We should have Owen Wilson on here. Wow.
Just so he can go, wow. We don't ask him any questions.
Right.
Can we make
That's
that happen?
it.
Are we
We're
big
done.
enough for that
Yeah.
yet?
That'd be perfect. What was the other question?
Oh, is I doing them both right at once? I thought I was gonna ask
Oh.
the other one when it
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can
came
go
back
around.
around. I mean, I can pull it back up.
No, you're good.
You're
Okay.
like, no, the moment's passed.
Yeah.
So who would like to go next then?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Greg D asks, Empire or Rebel Scum? Everybody can answer this.
I have thoughts on this one.
Okay.
I'll let you guys go first.
You go first.
Since you have thoughts, because we have no thoughts.
Empire. And I say this because of the ridiculous economic turmoil that the rebels caused onto the entire galaxy by destroying so much different stuff. Like, can you imagine the amount of metal that was in the Death Star? Much less like an entire planetary destruction system. Like, if we're talking about Force Awakens, like, no, like the rebels need to be held financially accountable for the damage that they didn't just cause to like the corrupt government, but to the people of the galaxy. Like, yeah, they freed them and stuff, but I'm talking like purely economics. Like,
We're gonna get some blowback in the comments. I am
Probably,
feeling
yeah.
this right now.
Probably, yeah. Can you imagine
Go
the
ahead.
debt? The debts. Sorry. And waste of resources, man. Like, there's only so much metal in a galaxy, and I'm sure it was all used to make 2 Death Stars that were both destroyed.
They're like, do you know how long it took for us? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's like 5 planets worth of metal. Sorry.
True.
Anyway, there's my hot take.
You heard it here.
Star Wars economics.
Yeah. College course somewhere,
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna ask you to be a professor.
Well, I just rant.
Yeah.
It's kind of so like. Oh, man.
And Kyle is conflicted. You
So-
threw a wrench in his whole system.
I know, that's why I wanted you guys to go first.
It's difficult. So for me, it's more of like, okay, hear me out. The bad guys, the Empire, at least for the Jedi, they all had pretty cool like weapons and styles, whereas the normal Jedi are like, bleh, like their
We
style
can't
is,
do any of that cool stuff.
their style is very meh. But you also got to think about this too. Okay, sorry, not to nerd out too much, but Vader was super powerful.
Yes.
I mean, come on. I feel like that. Yeah, okay. I'm just leaving it there. Like, I want to say neutral. Like, I want to be neutral, but I'm just gonna say that they had some pretty cool looking bad guys. Bad guys. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it there.
Right. Me too.
Neutral.
Yep. I live on a planet someplace in the jungle where we're a simple folk. We don't know about what's
Yes.
going on in the rest of the empire or whatever. So we're just
Stay
we're
clear of the trouble.
yeah, we're underneath the radar.
That's
we-
fair.
Yeah.
We sleep
fair.
in our
Our
animals
caves.
every now and again when if it's snowing profusely we might like have to sleeping bag an animal, but like other than that we're pretty simple.
Okay. I feel that.
Yeah.
Good question.
We
though.
live on the same planet, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
that was fun. Thank you,
Yeah.
Greg.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
So, Kurt,
Yeah. What's up?
question. Your turn.
Saw, dude.
Question.
Okay. 1 second. I gotta put the leg back on my tripod. Took it off. My cat was wanting in the other room, and so I took it off and stretched it out and opened the door while sitting here.
Ah, nice tool using. But
That's
it's not
looking
a
at me
very convenient being bipedal.
No. Okay, so are we gonna? Should I read Greg's
Yeah.
questions? Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump off real quick. Not off, but like other screen. Change the screen. You guys can
Bye.
see my smile. Bye. What was it? All right. 1 second. Okay. So should I? Am I gonna read both of them?
It's one at a time.
Or
in
just
order.
one? Okay.
No,
Okay.
read both of them at the same time.
Simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Speed read.
Just read a word from the first question and then the first word from and just so on and so on. And
Interesting,
just see
okay.
what kind of sentence we
Let's
wind
see. Let's see.
Oh, that hurts my brain to think about that.
What
Right.
what last is one the I most promise so aggravatively when
He's doing
difficult
good.
are
Yeah, he
you
is.
material going to you collaborate have worked with Becca with love her have you ever okay it's getting a little confusing.
My
I'm
answer to
I'm
that
just gonna-
question is yes.
I'm impressed as heck, though.
Okay, so the first question from Greg is wait, that one was already never mind. The second question from Greg. What is the most hold on, my dyslexia is like
I Aggravatingly?
Yes. Thank you. I'm like, I know how to say this word. What is most aggravatingly difficult material you have worked with? And have you ever touched it since? So with material that I've worked with, I would probably say out of all of them, probably Larimar is the most difficult that I have worked with yet.
Yes.
Because it's a soft stone, but if you have, like, I use a flat lap, so like if you have the speed turned up too high, it creates too much friction and too much heat, which therefore then it makes the stone want to crack and brittle and create fractures, and this makes it extremely hard to work with. So you got to work with it very slow. And hold on, did you guys hear that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
trip,
what was it?
I'm
What
gonna
was
trip
it?
the volume and post edit and see what I can find.
Larimar is probably the most difficult that I've worked with. I'm actually working on some now. The very first one that I worked on, I didn't know about it being heat sensitive, and I had it cranked up to 5 or 6, working on it. And on, I think the I was on the blue, which was the 1200 pad, and it got a crack right through the center. And I filled it 9 months later with some super glue. And it's looking better, but I'm still working on it. I just recently picked it up, so I have touched it again, and I'm working on another piece, taking my time, and it's turning out beautifully. So yeah, so that's my answer. What about one of you three?
Added them.
I would agree with Larimer. Larimer just wants to fall apart. It's so beautiful, but it is very temperature sensitive. It's very shock sensitive, and it's very vibration sensitive. Which, if
It's
combine all those things, it's a rock that wants to explode.
it's also water sensitive.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
But yeah, it is.
Yep.
If it will, it's super fibrous, so it absorbs water. And if it absorbs too much water, it becomes more brittle and can explode on you. So you have to like work it for a little bit and then set it down and let it dry out. And then you can keep going more and so on and so on. So like it can take hours to make like one perfect, undamaged, perfect like Larimer cabochon. Yeah, like it's some touchy material.
Good to know.
Mine would be, I think I have a few. Larimer would definitely be up there. Ironically, that dang Juniper Ridge fire opal. I've never faceted a rock that would refuse to take a polish the way that stuff did. Have I ever touched it since? I have not, but I promise I'm gonna do that other one because I feel like I did not do that first one good enough, and then it's getting sent back to Kurt. As far as carving, ironically, because it's so soft, you would think it'd be really easy. Sandstone. There's something weird about sandstone, and it's like, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense, but it's super, super, super soft, but it's also absurdly abrasive on your burrs.
Mm-hmm.
A soft stone like sandstone, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be a quick carving. And yeah, I went through burrs, like just absolutely murdered burr after burr after burr, doing a little simple sandstone carving because it's just so abrasive. It was just ripping that grit right off. Trying to think of others. Yeah, probably Larimer for cabbing. Honestly, Larimer it can be such a pain in the butt to work with. It's so worth it though. So Juniper Ridge fire opal, sandstone for carving, and Larimer. All the other ones, they may be weird or quirky, but there's things that you can like work around with them. Those three are just, they don't care what you do. They're not gonna play by your rules.
Problem childs.
Yep. They are the problem child. Larimer is a problem child.
Karen?
Opal and yes.
Yep.
You guys know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you've been watching the podcast, you already know.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
My trials and gluttony for punishment, but I'm always back for more. Yeah. Love this stuff. Hate the stuff. Love the stuff.
I think mine is labradorite.
Yeah.
I
I
have
have
issues
Labradorite.
with Labradorite.
Yeah, neither have I.
I've never
I-
had an issue with Labradorite.
You would think that since if I could polish obsidian, I could polish almost anything else. Between labradorite and was it silomaline or silomaline?
Rose
Like-
quartz?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a fresh wound, Kurt.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me rephrase that. So it's not so much labradorite itself; it's any kind of stone that is super soft and prone to scratching, like where the hardnesses seem to differ, and like you can't seem to get scratches out no matter what, including brittle stones that like to fracture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of leaves it open into like certain stones.
Feldspars love to do that. Like, whoops,
Yeah.
there's a cleavage. Sorry.
Yep.
Like, even on the
Yep.
polish. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Greg, for that question. And I guess that comes back down to me for a question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I have a few to pick from. I'm going to go with Travis's question. How many rocks could a rock truck chuck if a rock truck could chuck rocks?
7. Next question.
Okay. Actually, that means the next question will go back to you for
Yes. Lightning round.
Bye.
lightning round.
One sec, I'm fighting it. I'm sorry. One sec.
He's giggling from behind the curtain. Nothing
It
to see
refreshes
here.
every time I close to a different tab. So it's like, oh gosh, where is it?
Panic sets in.
Is there
Okay.
a red curtain like layout?
Oh, actually, hang on.
That way when yeah.
There might be. People are just gonna have to hang out with us until no
Am
pressure.
I not heard? Because could you guys not hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh. Okay.
Cut out.
just
You were there and then you just disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
If money were no object, what single piece of lapidary equipment would you purchase? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
If I had to pick a like 30-inch slab saw is the one that I really, 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 really want. I'd settle for a 24. But, slab saw is really the one that I need badly. Because the other stuff is like quality of life. Like I would like a better trim saw than a dang tile saw. I would like a new faceting machine. I love my flat lap, so I have no complaints there. I love my rotary tool. So yeah, I guess the one thing would be big old slab saw for big old Montana agates.
Cool.
Yep.
As for all the above.
Oh, there's just every time I
I
answer
agree.
a question, you guys just dead silence. Like, all right, good for you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's great, Theo.
I'm waiting for you to come back so we can see your face.
Yeah,
on this.
we're all waiting
Yeah.
for you. That's all.
Yeah, you haven't come back yet.
Yeah, you have to
I think that's why
It's
the
like I
dead
got
silence
lost.
was.
Oh, you guys were just anticipating my return.
Yes.
Oh no! I had to tap. Oh, that's fun.
You're still not back.
We're in the boardroom. Yeah.
I'm watching
us.
now.
Oh,
Aw,
That's
the
weird. You're
circle.
like
That's
in a
not fun.
portal.
What the
little
heck,
circle.
dude? I got shafted. That's so
One of
not
these things is not like the other.
fair.
Am I able to
I
reach
like
over?
to believe that I'm like some kind of alien species.
Oh
The rest
yeah,
of
you
you are
just hover.
peoples. Yeah.
He's the hovering head.
I've
Okay.
transcended from a human form.
Apparently.
All
But
right.
you still drink.
I'm still highly dependent on coffee. That will never change.
No.
Okay.
So, Karen,
Yeah.
question.
Alrighty. So Greg D also had another one for people looking to rockhound the Yellowstone. What is the farthest west and east you would suggest going? Not that he has a personal interest in this or anything. obviously has a friend that he's asking for.
Of a friend.
Yeah.
That is a difficult question because I've never hunted the Yellowstone outside of Montana, but it does extend outside of Montana. It actually goes into North Dakota, and I've never hunted in North Dakota. But yeah, that's a tricky question because I mean it starts right outside of Gardner because technically it starts in Yellowstone Park, but you can't legally rock hound in the park. And there are agates all the way from Gardner all the way to Sydney, which is right by the North Dakota border. But there's agates outside, again outside of Montana. They continue everywhere in the Yellowstone. You can find Montana agates. It's just So really, anywhere you're gonna find nice agates pretty much no matter where you go on the Yellowstone. The hunting is better the farther downstream you go, but it really, and that's just like kind of a blanket statement. You'll find more higher grade agates downstream, but there's still nice stuff pretty much no matter where you stop on the Yellowstone. It's all worth it, and it's like there's like 700 miles of huntable river. Like you'll be able to find something.
All right.
Lucky.
Thanks.
Nice.
Next.
Kurt.
Oh,
It'd
right.
be, I think,
Greg.
yeah, Greg's question number 3.
Greg.
Okay. He says, last one, I promise.
We believe you.
Okay, so he says, so when are you going to collaborate with Becca? And it says, love her rock walker sticker design, by the way, and come up with it's a bigger than I thought t-shirt and sell it in your merch shop.
Wait, that's funny though, because for a second there I was like, who the heck is Becca? Oh, my sibling. We've talked about that, doing another one, like a shirt or another sticker line or something like that. I think that would be fun to just do every now and then. If you guys want cool custom made stickers, go check out her Etsy. She does it for really good cost, and they're really nice quality stickers.
Do it.
Cool.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we
she
get
makes really good stuff.
Can we get her link in the description?
Probably. I think so. Do I need it tonight?
Who should we ask?
Ask Alexis.
Alexis, can you drop the link in the description?
Yeah.
I can probably procure a link because
Very good.
Sweet.
I'd like to check them out.
Yeah, and she does custom. So like, you have anything you want on a sticker, you send it to her, and she'll do the thing with the stuff.
Cool.
The thing with the stuff.
She'll do it.
All right, so we got a question here from Chris over there at Just Rooted Rockhound. What was the time you missed a great hounding opportunity and didn't know it until later? For example, you passed a great road cut with turquoise and didn't know it until later.
Has this happened to anyone?
Yeah, me. Hi, me.
Yeah, was it turquoise or was it something else?
It was something else. So like, there's a place, like whenever we were in Kentucky, I would hunt. I found this one, or a friend told me about this one road cut where he was finding geothite specimens, which looked pretty cool, or it was more like botryoidal geothite. And I went there and picked some of those up, but then like later, like there was like 4 or 5 sections to the road cut. And I wanted to go up to the very top, but it would involve going through a bunch of weeds and high grass. And in the spring, summer of in Kentucky is tick season, and I did not want to risk that, so I did not go up there. And my friend later told me that there was geodes up at that top layer, but with a possibly new mineral in the like we thought it was maybe smoky quartz, but geodes, but it's quartz geodes, but there's like a tar like mineral covering most of the quartz and mixed with smoky quartz. And he took it to the what is the university called? In Lexington, a university up in Lexington, Kentucky, and talked to someone in the geology department. No one knows what that mineral is. They haven't seen it. So I would like to go back and collect some of the geodes. So I'll see if I can find a picture of. I have a picture of a couple of those geodes somewhere, and I'll send it to Cal so he can throw it up.
Cool.
If I can find a big picture.
If not, we can always put in the community tab too.
Yep, same.
Adam.
I've multiple. But I'm also a person who suffers from FOMO, which for those of you that don't know, that's fear of missing out. So I've gone to all of these places since then. So Florida, I always believed was just there's no rock hounding in Florida. I had no idea that there was crazy stuff in Florida. And then I learned that there was crazy stuff in Florida. So I made it my life's mission to find crazy stuff in Florida, which I have done. The other one would be the Black Hills. I used to go to the Black Hills just because I loved the Black Hills and I knew about Fairburn. So we go to the Badlands and hunt for stuff. No idea that there was garnets and rose quartz and tourmaline and feldspars and mica and all sorts of crazy stuff. Not even talking about the TB Canyon agates and amethyst crystals and smoky quartz crystals that are also in the Black Hills and Fairburns that are in the Black Hills. No idea any of that stuff was there. We just beeline to the Badlands so that we could look for prairie agates and Fairburns. And I was pretty facepalm pretty hard when I learned that we drove by literally 100 miles of some of the best rock hounding in this part of the country. And yeah, so again, since then have gone back and hunted all of those places. And I'm still learning about new places that I've never been in the Black Hills. It's a wonderful place. Anyone that has never been to the Black Hills, do it. Make it happen. Do the thing.
Do it.
With the stuff. And then the last one that comes to mind would be Bear Canyon, actually. I've been going to the Priors since I was 6. Priors are very near and dear to my heart. So when I got super into rock hunting, you can imagine my mind blown surprise and shock that one of the coolest fortification agates in the world is right there. I've driven by that canyon probably hundreds of times before I knew it was a thing. And it's yeah, the excitement was very real. Speaking of, we'll be going to Bear Canyon soon. Woo.
Nice.
Woo.
Woo. Those are the 3 to come to mind, but I'm sure there's more. I'm sure.
And Karen.
Yes. And I'm not saying where because I need to go back.
Where?
There were several places actually this last we go for our big hound trip usually in the fall, and I did the Warm Springs video from that and still have to actually publish a few of the videos from that, but we got rained out something fierce, and so we were literally on doorsteps of places that we were supposed to go and hunt, and we just didn't dare take the rig back there and get stuck. So yeah, just not saying. I'm going back. You guys will know this fall. Soon.
It's not going back right now.
Man, I'm so tempted, but it's probably going to rain.
Oh yeah.
It's like the weird spring. Are you kidding?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think the next question. Your face looks so innocent.
I thought he froze.
He's frozen.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
It's amazing. It's magical.
He's a Weezer.
So, Karen, the next question lands on you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought he was saying Karen as a next question, and she was talking about her turn, the experience.
It was both.
And I confused myself. Never mind.
Okay, so Lisa writes, "Wow, I can't believe it's been a year already for Theo. that he joined the podcast. She just wanted to send this heartfelt note about how time flies and just tell him happy birthday or happy birthday to you. Happy
Thank you.
anniversary. I'm going off script. She's gone rogue. He was an excellent choice to join the podcast crew. His joking mannerisms and easy, laughable nature keeps everyone on their toes. So,
Aw. Thank you.
thanks, Lisa. And she also asks, is there ever a time when you were just out and about and it was totally inappropriate to pick up rocks, but you spotted one that you couldn't resist? And if so, where and when and where was it, and what was the rock? Who wants to take it?
I'll just say,
You guys, that was harmonious.
I can't say where and what rock I've collected because I could get in a lot of trouble. So I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, that is a very extremely hard question. I was on planet Earth. I found something very beautiful that caught my eye, and I made sure no one was looking. And I went down to tie my shoe and picked it up.
Hey, wait, are you a cop? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. How about y'all? Does anybody dare answer this question?
I do
Okay.
dare, and I sent
You guys dare.
pictures, which will pop up at some point in here. Yeah, I'll give you the cue for when to pop them up because I want to seem like I have magic powers that I've been holding on to. So this has happened twice. Probably more than that, honestly. I'm always looking at rocks.
Only 2 times. Yeah.
It's rarely appropriate, but I the two that come to mind specifically are actually there's a third that's so funny, and Alexa still gives me crap about. I don't have a picture of that one, so I'll tell that one first. We were at City Brew, which is a local coffee chain. We're in the drive-thru to get our coffee one lunch break, and I look over and I see sparkles, and I'm like, that's a Jersey pocket inside of a Montana agate. We're in a just super, super busy drive-through. And I literally get out of the car so I can pick up this agate in the drive-through. I'm like, check it out. It's like I look in the rearview window and the people behind us are just dying laughing because I literally was like, oh, Jersey. But, okay, I don't have a picture of that one, but anyway, the next one would be we went to a mini golf course in Billings and I found one agate, and then I proceeded for the next 17 holes to absolutely raid their gravel, and I found some really, really, really nice agates, including one little green agate. Like, here, right now, you should be seeing the pictures of those various agates that I found. I mean, they're just amazing, like high-grade Montana agates. So yeah, my focus was elsewhere, and Alexis was not impressed with me.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. And then the last one, I guess you could say was illegal, but not really. It's kind of a fuzzy gray area where it's like not technically illegal, but no one's also ever going to stop you from doing that unless you're doing it in like ridiculous volumes. And that's taking rocks out of dirt roads in Montana. That those rocks technically belong to the state, so you're not supposed to take any of them. But it's one of those things where, like, if a cop or a warden sees you pick up a rock off of a dirt road, they're not going to be like, "Here's a citation. Yeah, stop what you're doing. Here's a citation in your court date." They'll just be like, "You can have that, but like, don't do that a lot." Probably maintain the habit. Anyway, though, found a beautiful Montana agate that I dug out of a dirt road and then filled the hole back in. And then I have no regrets, and I would do it again, officer, because it turned into one of the nicest iris agates I've ever found or cut. It's
nice,
absolutely insane. So yeah, when I have my court date and they ask me, "Would you do it again?" I'll say, "Yeah, I'd freaking do it again."
Check out this cool polished rock I got.
They give you community service on the dirt roads.
Yeah.
That'd be a dream.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 instances that come to mind, but honestly, I can't go anywhere without looking at medians and being like, "Ooh, that's Yellowstone River gravel." Alexis says, "Babe, go, just keep walking, okay?" You can't do this at Albertsons. They don't know that.
You just come back with plain river rock. I'm just here to replace the rocks that took her.
Yeah. That's where I should go to recycle my rocks. Just harvest their agates and then bring all of my leverites back to Albertson.
Yeah, it's fair.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's a win-win.
it's an exchange. It's not theft.
Karen, do you have any stories?
No.
Okay. I don't remember.
She does, but she doesn't want to tell.
We tricked you guys.
See the halo? Yeah.
I got a halo too. See?
Yeah.
You want to? You want
Go
to?
ahead.
You want to give any tips on how you did
Oh, what did he just do?
That was
You've been
witchcraft.
waiting.
it? That was awesome.
That was witchcraft.
Anyways, we have one more question, and it's from Patrick.
Oh, I had another one too.
Oh, he did? Why don't you go first?
Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, I keep missing the button. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
I missed the button like 4 times in a row. One sec. Now
Yeah, another
Didn't
question
sound
too.
good.
I think he might have muted himself.
He gone. I wonder how much of the episode he's going to go ahead and do right now. He's like telling us his question and answer right now.
Oh, he's there.
okay.
Oh, there
I'm
it is.
back. I could hear you the whole
Okay.
time.
Oh.
Oh,
We're not
Okay.
editing this out.
Question. Oh, I forgot to say the other 2 questions were from Mark Sestrich. Sestrich? I don't know. And then this question is from Gina Lanning. The question is, my question is probably dumb, but nothing gets answered if you don't ask. And no question is dumb. The only dumb question is an unasked question. I know we have feldspars in America that have chatoyance. Can Labradorite or Petrosite be found in the continental U.S.? Petrosite, I do not believe so. I think the reason it is so expensive is because it only comes from one location. But Labradorite, we actually have Labradorite in Wyoming. I have never seen any personally, but I know for a fact that there is Labradorite outside of Cody. And I had been digging to try to find that site.
Does Bigfoot like
Because
guard it?
I want to go there so bad. And I know that the Cody Gem and Mineral Club goes there semi-regularly. So there is obtainable Labradorite in Wyoming. I don't know about anywhere else though.
There has also been Labradorite found in Colorado. I can't tell you where because I have no idea where, but I know it has been found in Colorado. And I think, if I remember correctly, up in the state of New York somewhere.
Well, there is also Petersite in China, but the African Petersite, in my opinion, is the better of the two.
Better grade.
Yeah.
Agreed. Theo gone?
Are you coming back, Adam?
I wasn't planning on it, but I can.
It's quiet.
Sorry.
It's my show. I
Forgot.
can hide if I want to.
I forgot.
You didn't have any cake. That's okay. Anyway, we have this question from Patrick. One for Theo of the many names. If he had to start a YouTube channel with a totally different subject matter that he's never shown on his current channel, what could he start making videos about right away?
This might surprise a lot of people. Aquariums. I'm a huge aquarium snob. I have like 6 tanks.
Do it.
And do a lot of aquascaping and stuff like that. And I bred African cichlids at one point. So like aquariums are my other like diehard thing. The other thing, that's where we enter gray area because the first like 6 months on my channel were like the Wild West, where I just everything happened on my channel. So I have done this on my channel before, but I actually was originally going to make a fishing channel. Because that is something else that I love to do. I just came to the conclusion that I live in a state where that's not really possible because I refuse to be cold and I don't like ice fishing. So there's a whole 4-month section of the year where I can't make content.
Well, it's not entirely true. Those 4 months you can be doing either the terrariums or lapidary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm trying to think because there are definitely some others that I'm a total nerd on. This again may surprise a lot of people, but I'm a massive Pokemon nerd. I've caught every single Pokemon in like pretty much every game that's ever come out, so I could absolutely be a PokeTuber. I just have not felt any urge to do that.
Is that an actual phrase?
Yeah, like
yeah. Pokemon's a
PokeTube-
huge niche on YouTube.
PokeTuber is a verb
Interesting.
or a
It
noun.
is. It's a title, and it's a very real thing. Pokemon is an immense niche on YouTube. I kind of slightly hinted at this earlier, and I am absolutely fine with giving teasers to the podcast crew before anybody else gets to know this information. I am making a second channel.
Dun dun dun.
Yes. I am making a second channel, and it's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited about it. And it's going to be all making stuff, because that was actually the goal with the channel to begin with. And then the algorithm was like, that's great, but you're going to do rock hunting instead. I was like, okay, algorithm, I'll listen to your holy word, I guess. So, which works out well, because it's something I love doing anyways. So I'm not like upset about that, but it does make me sad that I don't really do making stuff like wood working and resin carving and that kind of stuff, because I love doing that kind of stuff. And that was the whole point of making a YouTube channel to begin with. So we're making a new channel, and that's going to be like all carving and creating and that kind of stuff. And it will be starting sometime within the next month.
Are you gonna
Wow.
do that in the same? Like, are you still gonna do your normal channel and that channel?
Yeah, so that's kind of a weird, touchy subject that I've been kind of putting off, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, what happens to your main channel?" And God, how do I put this into words? Nothing.
Are we breaking up?
I guess just like that. I guess it's that easy. All right. Yeah, nothing. No, this will always be my channel. Will always be my main channel. It will always be priority number one. But the second channel will be like every other week, every third week video kind of scenario. Just because I am not going to try to do two channels, two videos, or 2 videos a week. That's just not doable. Especially because I'm going to be doing projects like the owl stuff on that other channel, and it's like, yeah, I can't do that once a week. That doesn't work.
No.
So yeah, it will be 2 separate channels, but yeah, and my rock hounding channel will always be primary channel.
Have you figured out the name for your new channel yet?
I'm still thinking of names. I'm so bad at names, if you couldn't tell, because my my channel name is just my name. I never got to that point. The few that I've come up with, I'm like not really sold on. So at this point, that's a tentative, not really.
Just call it Yellowstone Creations. There you go.
So the point with this channel is I'm gonna go full meme with it. Like, I like to believe that there is at least a portion. There's a small fraction of educational content on my main channel. Yeah, no, not with the second channel. Second channel is going to lean into comedy and absurdity. So I kind of wanted a meme name in the same vein of that. So the one that I was kind of liking more than any of my other ideas was either check this out or look what I did. But I'm not sold on either of those. Those are very subject to change within the next month or so.
Well, I mean, Yellowstone Creations is not taken on YouTube yet that I can see.
Check this out isn't either. I looked that one up, and that name is not taken either.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, that name is not taken.
Until you just said it, somebody's gonna take it.
Right? Yeah.
There's a
Somebody's
check.
jumping on it and they're going to try to sell it to you.
Yeah.
There's a check it out, but not check this out.
Exactly. I was so upset
Yeah.
because I actually had this idea a while back, and I was like, I know the perfect name. I did a thing, and then I looked it up, and that's already a channel that makes hilarious content. So I was both sad and found a new channel to binge that makes hilarious stuff. So
Nice.
So yeah, for anyone that wants to start their own channel, if you want to figure out a name, just make a list of names. Go on YouTube, type in the name, go to filters, and hit channel, and it shows you if there's any other channels with that same name.
Yep.
It helps.
It does.
helps make you stand out a little bit better.
It does. And yeah, and the whole point of starting a second channel is something I'm going to pull the veil back on YouTube a little bit. And that's YouTube does not like it when you dip your toes into multiple niches. In fact, it really, really hates it. So like if we're Rockhound channels, lapidary channels, for example. So if I were to do a video of wood carving, YouTube just won't share that video. So those videos do awful. And it's not that those videos do awful on YouTube. It's that your channel is curated to a specific audience. So if you want those videos to do well, it's best to just kind of give them their own space to actually do well or, perform whatsoever. So second channel, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go absolute insanity. We crave entropy. So that'll be fun.
Looking forward to it, and we'll be sure to share it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any more questions?
Oh, yeah, we got one more. Or I have one more. I don't know if y'all have one more.
Does someone have a cricket?
I heard that.
I hear that. It's me. I have a window open. They're all like, someone have.
It was not added in this time for silence purposes.
I thought you were messing with us.
I know, I did
No.
too. I was like, you little scamp.
I don't have a way to add in
Like, he didn't like that answer. Or something.
That's funny.
Oh man,
That's great.
that's great. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in the show and tell.
Wasn't there another
there
question?
was one more
Oh,
question.
Was there?
Yep. Okay. The question from
Oh, right.
Blind. So the question was, do you have a cricket farm? No. So
Three.
So the question was from Blind Squirrel Rocks. Emailed us asking, do any of you have other collections of items that are not related to lapidary? So I have, let's see, I have a coin collection that I started when I was very young, and I still collect coins. I look at my pocket change all the time. I actually started a Instagram for that called the Pocket Change Finds. I don't do that anymore, but I still collect coins, and
He's laughing at your cricket.
Cricket.
Oh.
Shut up.
Keep it down, Cricket. Don't you know who I am?
Right.
Get off my lawn. Sorry, Kurt.
You're good. And did y'all hear that?
Got a zoo over there. Yeah.
Got Ace Ventura. up in
Wildlife
the house.
Emporium.
Yes. Anyways, so I collect coins, and then when I was really young, I started collecting stamps because my grandfather did. I don't collect stamps anymore, but I still have those collections somewhere in storage. And then when I was also in like 3rd or 4th grade when Pokemon came out, I got a bunch of cards, and I still have my entire I still have my entire Pokemon collection. It's all boxed up in storage, but I hope to find in the near future, because I like to see what I had, what cards I had at the time, and see what they're worth now.
Probably
So.
sitting like $100,000 worth of cards right now.
I know.
Oh man, should have kept my cards. Let them go for $50.
So like one of my really good friends, like when we were kids, he was having a garage sale, and he sold all of his entire collection. And then like they announced on the news they were gonna stop making Pokemon cards or whatever, and he was so like pissed, and just like it was super funny. But then obviously they didn't stop making Pokemon cards. It just took a big break or whatever. But yeah. So
Thank you, Kurt. Anyone else want to share? Added him?
I can go. I guess. I suppose. I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. Kind of funny. I still collect Pokemon cards, and they appreciate in value like crazy. It's like in the fun, like trading card way to invest. I have a few that are worth well over $1,000, which is super exciting.
nice.
And also, funny little side note: Pokemon is a trend inside of the rock hounding community, which cracks me up. I've talked to to GCC. He also
Mhm.
collects Pokemon cards. Wild Kyle also collects Pokemon cards. Like, yeah, dude. If you're a Rockhound, you ought to be doing this. Like, why aren't you buying Pokemon cards? Come on, what are you doing? The other one should be obvious. Shells, not lapidary, but I love shells so very much, and I say it all the time. But y'all need to stop not liking shells and start liking shells. The other one probably gets some weird head turns from a lot of people, but there's a good use for them later, and that's I do collect bones and skulls. I have quite the collection of skulls, and they will be getting carved at some point. Same with the bone.
Cool.
I only save like knuckles and femurs so that I can carve them at a later date. But the skulls too. I have quite a collection of skulls at this point, and they're just so cool. I love them. They're so much fun to carve too. Trying to think. I know I have more. I just can't think of anything at the moment. I'm sure there's another one. I guess fish. That if you call that a collection. And the one that might surprise a lot of people is rocks.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I collect rocks.
Yep, same.
Same. Karen, do you have any other collections that
Not
you?
really. I collect a multitude of stuff. Too much. Lots of collecting. It's probably enough information for everyone.
I think. I mean, I have a small collection of coins. I was supposed to inherit a large collection of coins, but through different circumstances, that just never happened. So, I like to collect coins when they come across, or paper money, like old paper money. I also like collecting, like, if something interesting comes along my path, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. This like weird oddities. Like, I actually have a ball and chain on my display shelf right here, complete with key and lock.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, like, too far. And then my grandma, because it came from my great grandmother's place, and it so when she passed away, like, I got some interesting odds and ends here and there. So I got a ball and chain, complete with the working keypad and lock, and it's like super old. And the other one was a thing of bitters, and I'm like, God, what is this? Like, I don't know what this is, and I'm like, how old is this? And it's like from 1905.
Oh, wow.
And it's got the label and everything.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not good to drink, so it's just gonna kind of stay on the display shelf. But she gave me that along with a bottle of mercury. Yeah, a bottle of mercury too. And,
yeah, I remember you talking about the mercury.
Yeah, I still have that. It's top shelf. Some are safe. Yeah, I think it's just like just oddities here and there. Like, if it seems interesting, like, I want it. Not because it's worth a lot of money, just because it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just kind of here, odd knickknacks. If it's something that's small to put on a shelf, like, I don't want like big, like, weird stuff. Just something that can be easily displayed. And then, of course, rocks, minerals, crystals.
Legos.
I do that too.
Yeah. Machines, piles of rocks. Just
Might as well.
lots of rocks. Okay. Was that the last question?
No, did you say Legos?
Oh, so yeah, I got Legos too.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and I'll be, when that mineral collection comes, I'll be getting that as well. But I used to actually collect the Lego Bionicle series when it first came out.
Me too.
And I should have kept the collection. I didn't keep it because I figured, whatever. I'm becoming an adult now. I need to get rid of all these Legos. I should have freaking kept them because I had like the new generation. Like, yeah, I don't care about the new generation stuff. Same thing with Pokemon. I prefer like older gen. Like, that's our childhood. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
all this newer stuff is like, yeah. I like one guy like posted a video on, I think, TikTok, pulling out a deck of Pokemon cards that got win the washing machine. and like it's all new Pokemon cards. I'm like, I don't care. It's just it's newly printed paper. Like if it was like the Generation 1 Pokemon cards, that would be a different story.
Yeah.
Pull out like a holographic Charizard or like Mew or something, and it's like,
Dude, those things are absurdly expensive now.
oh yeah, it's
Real quick.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So the Egyptian Mew card that came out when the first Pokemon
Yeah.
movie came out, is that card worth anything?
It depends on the quality and if it's actually from the original release or if it's a reprint, because there was a reprint. And the reprint is like $3. The original is like $1,000 to $2,000. It's insane.
Okay, I got a couple of those, like I never opened up, that are in the box. So I've been curious about that.
Kurt's gonna come on the next podcast. Guess who's rich? Oh man, but yeah, Legos. That's Legos and Pokemon. It's kind of, I guess, the building block for most Rockhounds, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
at least our generation anyway.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Any more questions? No? Okay, cool. Show and tell. Let's do this. Theo. Or, I did him.
I did him. So I have 3. Well, like 17 if you want. No, never mind. So this is
What?
a baculite that I found on a recent hunt. And it's massive and glorious. It's glorious. And it has a wonderful color. I'm very excited to polish it. It is unpolished at this point, but it has like fantastic amylite. The whole thing is just covered in
Pretty.
green and red and some purple
Nice.
pockets. It's going to be so nice.
That's cool.
Sometimes it's an internal struggle of, do I polish off the shell so that I can polish the sutures, or do I polish the shell to show the color and hide the sutures? It's not even a debate with this. It has such nice color. I don't care if I'm hiding sutures. Also from that hunt was crazy. That was actually our last hunt on the Yellowstone before runoff, so I'm fine with that. It was such a good hunt. I found a conglomerate, and then I prepped it, and it's filled with ammonites.
Nice. Nice specimen.
Right? And also has a bunch of mussels and little tiny baculites, and then there's a big old clam on the back. It's awesome. Really nice
It is.
conglomerate. It has some really good color. This little one especially is just, it's so nice. I love these two all
Aw.
better to each other.
That's so cool.
How long did it take you to prep?
Like 3-4 hours, something like that.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, this one wasn't bad. The matrix from that area specifically is really cracked up, so you can get through it pretty quick. It's the really solid ones that take forever, but yeah, this stuff it wants to fall apart. Also, had to point this out. Look at that babiest of ammonite right there.
Aw, it's tiny.
It's so cute. And then
Little.
lastly, this video is coming out Saturday? No, next Saturday. That's a different video. It'll be coming out at some point. This agate is phenomenal.
Nice.
It has such nice color and
Look at the
bands and
sparkles.
moss, but it's also filled with druzy. Do you see the sparkles?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Look at the
Sparkly.
sparkles. It's just like velvety druzy. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so nice. And it's got a big old botryoidal tube right there. I love it. That was a really good one. That hunt was a lot of fun. That one will probably be coming out in, actually, I don't know when that's coming out. It's coming out at some point. I can't give a date because I have other videos in the pipeline. So look out for that one at some point.
We'll get there when we get there.
Exactly. And those are my tales and shows.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Karen,
Yeah.
would you like to go next?
Sure. We, as I mentioned before, headed down south to get at least a little bit of sunshine on our skin. And what we thought we'd do is just take a total random turn to the west and stop at a beach and see if there was any gravel. And there was. We found some stuff. I'm videoing. We're gonna, I'm releasing the video tomorrow. And then we were gonna go for a run. And we just thought we'd like take a trail that we knew about that goes down to a pocket beach and it'll just be fun. We'd never been there before. And so we went down there, and I'm supposed to not be rock hounding anymore. I'm done. But I did have my phone with me, and we're running down the beach, and there's like a waterfall coming down to the beach, and it's like looking like rainforest, gorgeous, like cool beach day. The sun was actually shining, and there's a big boulder, and it's got like what's probably a sedimentary, death zone, kind of a death plate. And so I'm seeing these teeny weeny little fossils in there, and I'm like, oh, I'm hounding. And I'm finding stuff that I can't identify on account that I'm south of where I usually hound. I know my area fairly well, and the epic that goes with it. It's Miocene, middle Miocene, and I think I'm it's anywhere from like the Oligocene to Pliocene, somewhere in there. That's a fairly wide berth, but I still have to do a bunch of research, and we found these little. Kyle will pop up the picture of the little, I'm not sure if it's a scaphoid or if it's maybe something else. It might be from an ectoderm.
Echinoderm.
Yes, thank you. So
Echinoid.
excited, I can't even think of my words right now. Yeah, I was like completely surprised, and so I'm looking at the material is all fairly small. It's like it's sorted. You guys have probably seen before on the rivers and on any of the places where you get the dispensation of rocks and minerals. They get sorted, and sometimes you get really big and sometimes you get really small, and they usually hang out together, and it's all sorted very small. And so like the biggest things in there were maybe a couple of inches, and everything was smaller than that. And so there's these little tubular guys that Kyle put up, and then there's so it was just all like some definite teeny weeny fossil soup, and this might be a piece of it that I also somehow we had no bags, nothing to put anything in because we were on a run. And so somehow this came back with me though, and I did put this under the microscope, and there's some stuff in there too. And so the video comes out tomorrow, like I said, and I'll be more articulate about what it is that I found in there. And we also one of the things that is helping me not be able to form words is that we have a litter of puppies that have been keeping me awake each night.
Puppies.
And that was the thing that I was hesitant to talk about last week because it had just happened. Like that day was like, I think the dropping of the last pup. And so, yeah, we've got 7 little peeping, gorgeous, cute little puppies that are crawling around, and we can't play with them yet, but I do fawn over them quite a bit with my eyes. So anyways, that's what's been going on in
Everybody
the house.
loves puppies.
I was gonna say they clearly are keeping you up late, I'm guessing.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because
yeah,
puppies are
puppies.
exhausting.
I
love them
cry a
so
lot.
much though.
Yeah, they're just all day and all night long. They're like going from a sleep cycle to an eat cycle to a sleep cycle to an eat cycle right now. And so yeah, it's mostly you just like hear the peeping, and so they sound like little babies, and then sometimes they sound like cats, and sometimes they sound like like little screams. Like they actually have figured out how to bark already. Like they're this tiny little barks, and yeah. And so it's just that the sounds are things that wake you up at night because you're just going like, what is that? Like, especially if it sounds like a teeny weeny scream. Like,
Yep.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been up, and then Lily will try to like she'll try to run away and take a little break from them, and so I'll have her like waking me up, like she's like, hey, hi.
Tagging her out.
Yeah, and then you hear all the screams like, "Hey, where did mom go?" So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it's fun. There'll be more like in 2 weeks I'll be able to bring some of them on live so that you guys can see them during the podcast.
Alexis is going to be excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait because then I can play with them. At 3 weeks, you can actually do a bunch of handling and all that stuff. And so you guys are I'm gonna have like little puppy
Just
parrots on my
shoulder.
shoulders.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We will get nothing done that episode.
I know. I'll be surrounded by puppies.
Try to plan to not have a guest that episode because I'm gonna be like, every like 30 seconds.
The guest is the litter. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be the guest.
There are rock hounds. It's technically,
That's true. Yeah. The rock pups. So thank you for your show and tell. Kurt, it is your turn.
Okay. So the first stone is this is a large piece of jasper that I found in the Crystal River, which is like runs from Carbondale all the way up to Crystal, Colorado, and it has some really nice yellows and some like teal blues down in here, which I'm gonna try and maybe cut off this chunk right here if I'm able to. By rotating it on my saw and then putting a chisel in there and breaking it off because my saw is not big enough to cut it off clean. And I'm hoping it reveals some more of those blue teal tones, which I'm excited about. It's a really, really nice piece of jasper. I was not rock hounding when I found it. I was just out looking at the river because the river was like raging and it was up about 4 or 5 feet from where I was wanting to go. And yeah. And then there's another, I was collecting some, at this other location, I was collecting some samples of marble because I'm wanting to do a marble tumbling video. And the white marble, I've tumbled a couple pieces and just tumbling it before the last stage of polish, it's still extremely beautiful because the marble just really just like has a lot of like glitter to it. Which I dug out this little nice like 1.5 inch slab of marble. So
Nice.
I'll be cutting this up soon in a video.
It's already countertopped for you.
Right?
Oh,
I
no. Yeah. So,
I'm looking at that thinking about carving.
Ugh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see that glitter.
Yeah.
Glitter. So
it's glistening and glittering at the same time. It's glitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
You said it right.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So
Shakespeare.
So that's my show and tell.
Well, thank you for your show
That
and
was
tell.
beautiful. Yeah.
So I am very ill prepared. I didn't really have a show and tell ready for tonight. So like while you guys are doing your show and tell, I was like, I'm looking at my shelf like, what can I show off?
I saw that.
Yep.
I
We caught you on that one. Yeah.
Busted. I'm innocent.
That's a farce.
Oh my gosh.
It's a light, actually.
Yeah. Light bulb. That wasn't quite really on par with the timing there, but nope, still
You have all
This
week
is
to
his show and tell, everyone.
Yeah. My show and tell is my light, my ability to turn on the light with boom. Oh, see, it's still so I can't time it right.
Again, you have this week to practice. I expect perfect
Okay.
results by next podcast.
I will do it. Be like,
Okay.
Boom. There we go.
There we go. All right.
There you go.
So I almost like gave you guys the option, like, hey, tell me a fossil, quartz, or a specimen. I would have like picked something, but I just went ahead and picked something. So since Jason was on last week, I decided I'm going to show you guys a beforehand of a side CAD that I'm going to polish between now and the next podcast. So this is kind of going to be a beforehand. And I'll show a finished product that he actually sent me. So this is a side CAD, and I'll take some pictures and I'll put it in post. Oh, that's actually not bad. It's actually a decent camera. Nice.
Thanks,
Cool.
Zoom.
Yeah, I know.
The heck?
So this is kind of a before. So this is a fossilized cycad limb cast. He did send me some finished ones too, or at least a couple of them. These are the right ones. One and yeah. So yeah, these are both also. No. This one's a cycad, and he polished this one.
Nice.
He does a very good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's beautiful
absolutely.
reflection.
I mean, just look at that polish.
He knows
Yep.
rocks.
And this other one he sent me was actually a conifer limb cast.
Mm.
And I won't actually cut this one because there's actually some fracturing going on. Because my thought process was I could probably get another cut out of this, but due to the fractures, I'm just gonna leave this alone. But it's still a really cool piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
gorgeous.
It's very beautiful.
See if we get the camera to focus at all. No,
Yep.
but still,
I see it.
really good polish that he got on that. So I'm gonna do that between now and this next podcast, mainly because I have like 3 weeks worth of videos already posted, and so I have some downtime to get some other videos done.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that was kind of my quick show and tell, and then so next week I'll have an actual finished polished specimen.
Heck
So-
yeah.
But the biggest question is because like this, what? It's maybe almost 3 inches. So depending, I guess, where the fractures are at, will depend on the cuts. Yeah, there's a fracture kind of going there. So I might maybe do an end cut and call it good, or just cut it directly in half.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, he sent me a lot of really cool pieces. Like it was not only the side cads, but there's also some really cool seam maggots that he had sent me. Like I have a video on it. If anyone's watching, go check it out.
If anybody's watching.
He spoiled me rotten. And yeah, that's right. I forgot I sent him a box too. I don't remember what I sent him anymore, but I sent him a box too. My memory is just
Oh, yeah.
my memory is not good.
As soon as the box goes out, you completely forget what
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
I know.
I did
Yeah.
because I sent Jesse a box too. I knew I sent him thunder eggs, but I think a moss agate as well. But by the time I sent it out and by the time it actually got to him, I forgot why they even put it in the box. It's like, hey man, it's a surprise to you as much as it's to me at this point.
That's exactly how it was when I sent the box to Karen. There was like 3 key things that I remembered, and then the rest was like, I don't know, man.
Except,
Just keep on dumping stuff in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever
And then-
fits. It was
I think-
good.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think it's just sent stuff to Kurt too.
Yeah, I was just about to say you sent stuff to me, and then I later on showed it in a video. You're like, I sent that to you.
Yeah, no, like-
You sent stuff to me as well.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I don't remember what I sent to you, Theo. Like I know I sent like a box of obsidian, but I'm pretty sure I sent a care package when I sent
You
something.
did
to,
right after the Maker's Challenge. You sent
Yeah.
me a bunch of thunder eggs and moss agates.
Yeah, see, and then Karen, like, I know I sent you like I think a small piece of fire obsidian, but Karen, you live so close, you can just come on over and just go through the rock pile.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
That is the exchange right here. just come over.
Karen lives like 40 minutes away.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But that is our show and tell. So now we get into words of wisdom. Added them. You're gonna go first.
My words of wisdom would be take a nap sometimes. I'm
Yes,
so tired, you
that
guys.
is like
I'm looking at Karen and I think the two of us have hit a wall tonight. I'm
Totally.
like, so just like, okay, I'm ready for bed. It's late.
No more coffee.
Yeah. I know. I
The
don't
coffee
even know
didn't
what-
work anymore.
It didn't work. I'm
Yeah.
just too tired. No, I guess my words of wisdom are going to be not great because, like most weeks, almost all weeks, I guess I should clarify. I didn't think of one beforehand, so I don't think anyone here relates to that. So my my words of wisdom would be: make sure you have a plan B, and don't stress if plan A fails. because we were hoping to get more time on the Yellowstone, and that's not going to happen. But I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm going to go search for different venues because there's plenty of other stuff to do.
There's
Oh, yeah.
always something to do.
Absolutely.
Very true.
The cricket. It's like, that sucks, bro.
Y'all can still hear it.
So funny. Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. I think about, what if I didn't have this hobby? Like, what if I wasn't into rocks and lapidary? Like, what else would I do? So ask yourself that sometimes, like, because a
I
lot
got
of us,
so much.
yeah,
I have so much that I could do.
I would get
This
bored
is
so
what I
quick.
like to do a lot.
Photography.
Well,
Yeah,
Karen,
I'm
what's
in
your words of
art
wisdom?
and sculpture and yeah. Okay, so sometimes you just don't know, so go anyway. In the case of we went to the Rockhound spot and I had a good time and there were a few things to find, but to be like, if I'm being honest, I absolutely love fossils now, and it's kind of hard to just like, and here's another beach agate and here's another beach agate, and you're just like, yeah, like I miss my fossil hunting really bad. It's just been a not so great time at the fossil bearing beaches. And so to head down south and then like, okay, we're just going for a run. We'll go for a 5-mile run and it'll be fun, which is like, who doesn't love to like run on the trails and on the beach, and there's a waterfall on the beach, and how cool is this? And I find fossils there when we're not supposed to. I didn't like, there's no icon or part in a book or anything for where we were. This is just a drop down, take a right turn while you're traveling south on 101 and go to a pocket beach, period. And it's not like the coast is that necessarily gravid with fossils either. It's very, very hit and miss, as as far as the books are concerned and that sort of thing. So you just don't know. And so go anyway. Check it out.
I like that.
Keep your eyes open.
Excellent words.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Kurt.
Right. Sorry, I was zoning for a second.
I think we've all hit a wall today.
Oh yeah.
So I guess for my words, Theo kind of touched on this earlier about the I'll say Theo touched on it earlier, but basically if you are not sure where to go rock hounding, and you have landscape rocks in your backyard or your favorite fast food joint or at the movies or wherever, go hit them up. You're gonna find something cool. I guarantee it. Like I made a video on this like when I first started my channel. I'm making another one for either this upcoming week or next week. But go out there. I guarantee you will find something. Every time I go out there, I've looked through my landscape rocks hundreds of times, and each time I find something new. This time I found a handful of things, and even go at night with a black light. Like you'll find things you didn't know that were in there that you didn't see in the daytime. So just go find some cool rocks in your backyard.
Urban rock hounding.
Or if you need a motivation to go do yard work, go pull some weeds, pick up some rocks, pull some weeds, pick up some rocks.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Incentivize your chores.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I actually have river rock outside our house before River was born, because I was tired of pulling weeds. I figured I'm going to have a low maintenance like around the house and where the big boulders at. I'm still finding like agates and jaspers out there. I haven't found them all.
Nice.
And so yeah, go out there, do yard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, good words of wisdom, and thank you all for your all words of wisdoms. Filibuster until I can think of something else. So I'm kidding. No, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, like everyone else, I'm just kind of ill prepared today. But no, Theo, I'm gonna steal your initial kind of joke, words of wisdom. Go take a nap. Like, seriously.
I was like, is he gonna say stop not liking shells?
No. Go take a nap. Like,
No.
Just keep not liking shells.
for people. But no, for real though, for people that are parents or maybe they have animals, young animals, are keeping up late at night, a nap sounds amazing. For those people that don't have like certain duties in their lives that require them to like stay up late or just sacrifice sleep, you wouldn't know until you actually get to that point in your life. Like, oh man, I would do anything for a nap right now. Call a neighbor. Hey, come watch my kid. I need to take like a 30-minute nap. Just so if you have time in your life to take a nap, do it. Just
take your nap.
If you have sick time at work, just call in sick. Just be like, hey, I'm not feeling
Taking
good.
a nap.
Today's a nap day.
Today's nap day. I mean, technically, it's good. It's good for you to actually sleep and rest. It allows your body to actually kind of take a minute and be like, all right, we can heal a little bit better now. I never really understood it because, like, younger me, I didn't really often take naps. Like, I didn't really care for it. But as I older, I'm like, man, sleep, just like uninterrupted. And granted, the after effects suck. Like you wake up and you just like wake up as if you just like slept for like 10 years and like disorientated. You're like, what year is it? Like that effect sucks, but it's just nice sometimes.
It is.
I was gonna say I can't take naps for that very reason because I wake up and I'm useless for the rest of the day.
Yeah, more coffee is needed then. I have to start all over again.
But
that and I don't really nap so much as I just I just sleep. Like I can't take like a 20-30 minute nap. If I fall asleep, I'm gonna be asleep for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, no, I totally get that because I'm younger, like a few years ago, like I would be like, okay, I should probably take a nap, and Amy would be like, oh, okay, I'll wake you up. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I don't know how to take short naps. Like if I end up taking a nap, it's like hours. Like it's not just a quick little 15 minutes. Oh, that's cute. No, it's like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
It might as well be like a third sleep for the day. Like, oh man. But yeah. I guess that was our words of wisdom. A 2-part though. Subscribe to the channel, please, so we can actually get to 1,000 subscribers. We're
so close.
I mean, yeah, we're very close. We can tickle
close.
it. We can tickle that 1,000 now.
We can tickle.
We're like tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, there it is.
It's so close.
But that's our words of wisdom. Do the honors to take us out.
Yeah.
Man, we all just crashed and burned in the last 15 minutes there.
Yeah, where's the fire? Thank you, Adam, Theo, left-handed.
I was like, who the heck is Adam?
for joining us this evening and a year. And thank you out there for joining us and hanging on all the way to the end without taking a nap, or maybe you did. And Kyle already mentioned subscribing, so definitely do that. Have your friends and family do that as well. Hit us up on the Discord invite and send us your shows and tells. The email is down in the description, and you can double down. You can ask me for both if you want. Send those pictures. Hope you guys have a great weekend of rock hounding, and tune in next week when Theo says,
oh gosh, Dante's coming.
Oh, that was well timed.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Dante.
I guess that works.
Yep.
I can't stage that level of fear, so that'll work.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Meow.